I gotta share this. It's 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 the supernatural. I just got touched by a ghost. Hi, I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and I don't really believe in ghosts. But I'm here sitting at my computer, doing what I do, wasting time mostly, and I feel a very deliberate poke at my shoulder. Just a very, very deliberate poke. And my daughter's sleeping in the other room, and I'm just assuming she's walked in, and because she tends to do that, she wakes up in the middle of the night and pokes me. He's like, "What are you still doing up?" And it was a very gentle, very deliberate poke in my shoulder. And I turned around very casually, expecting to see my daughter, and she wasn't there. In fact, my door was closed. And I just realized that I'm in the room alone, and there's nobody in here. And it was a ghost. I'm certain it was a ghost. I know that sounds silly. And most people would be like freaking out, going, "Oh my God, there's a ghost." And it made me laugh. It made me laugh thinking, "Oh, there's a ghost in my room. Well, what's a ghost doing in here?" I don't believe in ghosts. Why is a ghost bothering me when I'm trying to do stuff? I don't believe in the supernatural. That's pretty much why I'm an atheist. I don't believe in things that cannot be somehow verified. I understand that there are things that we don't know. There are things that we don't understand. There are things that we cannot verify that we can experience. But some things like ghosts and gods, I don't really believe them because they don't make any sense to me. It seems kind of silly. But when something like a very deliberate poke in my shoulder, when nobody's here, makes me think, it's a ghost. Or it could be a muscle spasm. It could have been a muscle spasm that felt like a poke in my shoulder. Because that's the way my mind thinks. I think there's got to be a reasonable explanation for something that seems supernatural. There's got to be something that can explain it that I either haven't thought of, or just haven't experienced, or just didn't have any reason to think at the time. But I've had muscle spasms that were kind of weird and made my fingers twitch, and I've seen muscles in my leg contract, and so I figure that's what it is. It's muscle spasm in my shoulder. But it felt so much like a poke. And being that my daughter is close by, it was very reasonable for me to think it was her. And when I found out it wasn't her, it was kind of reasonable for me to think it was a ghost. And if I was a person who believed in the supernatural, that would be exactly what I was thinking. In fact, there's something making noise in here. Maybe there's a mouse. Maybe there's a mouse that poked me in the shoulder. But if I was a person who believed in the supernatural, I would just say it was ghost and accept it. It would make perfect sense. I'd have no reason to believe that it wasn't a ghost. But I don't believe in the supernatural. And I think about things. I think about, why did that happen? Why am I thinking it's this thing when it's probably not? Because the mind works that way. The mind tries to create answers when it doesn't have an answer. So my initial brain activity told me it was a ghost, which made me laugh because I don't believe in ghosts. But people have near-death experiences, and people who have visions of God, or think they hear God's voice, or think they feel God giving them a hug, which my ex-wife experienced after being at a church retreat and being cloistered away, praying all day long. She thought God hugged her. So I'm divorced. But things like that have reasonable explanations. We don't always think of them. We may not even accept them. But chances are, if something supernatural has occurred in your life, it wasn't really anything supernatural. It was something very natural that you just didn't see, or didn't understand, or didn't know about. Anyways, I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and I don't really think that I have a ghost in my office. But a ghost poked me in the shoulder. I'll catch you next time.